All right. I did have a little bit of something prepared today. We could start off with questions if anybody came with them, because I don't think that what I'll talk about will take the full hour. Okay. If no
I
questions yet, yeah, go
I
for it,
have
Mary Jo.
yeah, I have a few. So this is generic. Can a slideshow item be sent to stay on the screen for a certain amount of time?
Oh, that is a good question. Unfortunately, not.
I
They
didn't
are
think so.
all, yeah, same amount of time. It depends on the viewer. So mostly on desktop. I don't
Oh,
on desktop, if you hover your mouse on top of it, then that will keep it
sure.
there.
Yeah.
But yeah, there isn't a way for you to set it for each slide.
And I'm going to bring this up. We're starting again a state communications group. Again, I was trying to find a nice picture of a man who died in our community, and it was really hard to find one that I could put on slideshow without having to worry about, changing and stuff. So I'm just, I guess, kind of complaining about that. Okay, so I think I asked about this before, and you might have answered me, but I've been, what is this on my public engagement? I have a page and it keeps having this square in it. And I don't even know if it shows actually when people look at it.
You said
But
what page is that?
yeah, so it's on my uh yeah, that's the picture I finally found.
That's a good one.
It's beautiful. So it's on the get involved,
Okay.
and then the second one, opportunities.
Oh, okay.
And of course it's
Keep
not
going
going to show
down.
now. Okay, so okay, go back up. It was um so the one about the south, the okay, well, it's not showing there. Maybe it just shows up when I'm trying to revise it.
I did see something on the Get Involved page. This here, this is a broken image.
Oh,
Whoop. Um, let's see. I
see,
don't know.
I don't even we don't even use that page.
Oh, okay. Be
I think that's one that was like set in or something.
That's something that you can just remove, and I can remove it for you if you'd like. I'm not going to masquerade, so I
No.
apologize for my screen looking a little different, but
Oh, okay.
I'll remove that just so that you don't have that broken image indicator there.
Okay.
So that usually happens when an image is like deleted from the media library.
Oh,
So it'll just be,
oh,
uh,
that's interesting.
it should look like your typical text content without that now. Oops, I'll go ahead and publish it too. Make sure, yeah.
So just for the heck of it, go into opportunities and then click on revise or new draft.
Sorry, I'm going to
And then,
masquerade as you
uh,
first,
oh, I'm sorry.
just so that it's not looking quite different. Whoops. And then back to opportunities, right? Okay,
Yeah. So then go down, uh, you keep going down to,
here in the body.
yeah, okay, so I'm not showing that funny box. Okay. Thank you for checking. I
Yeah, yeah,
apologize.
yeah. No, no worries. Um, I know I have an inkling of what you're talking about. I just cannot remember how it was created. I feel like it's like when you work with tables. I can't recall. But it was like one of those pesky HTML scenarios where when you're working in WYSIWYG, it all looks exactly how you want it to be, or at least, cl as close as possible to it. And then upon saving, that little box sometimes appears underneath your content and it's empty. But it feels like where did it come from? But in reality, it was kind of hiding in the HTML. We just don't see it in the
Oh.
WYSIWYG until after saving. But I think the solution was just maybe highlighting the whole square and backspace or deleting on your keyboard. I can't remember exactly though.
As
But
long as it looks okay for the public. Yeah.
I know you're not making it up. You didn't imagine it
Thank you.
yourself.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions, or I can
Yeah.
jump into
Yeah. I
the
mean,
next.
you know that I'm having trouble with my alias, but that's probably not something we need to talk about with
Yeah.
the whole
Well,
group.
What does that mean?
it never hurts. So, with your domain, there's the version of, and let's just do yours, Mary Jo, for the example. So the HTTPS version versus the HTTP version. That S is related to SSL certificates and essentially translates or communicates to a customer or a visitor that the site is safe. When it comes to your sites on MyLO, everything that is happening on your MyLO site, like if you're collecting any information through a web form, or if you are, um, using private pages, all of that is being done through the MyLO domain, the my.lwv.org. But we have this special case for most of our customers that use a domain separate to that MyLO URL. And what we sometimes see is that SSL services are not always included with your domain services. So and I guess I could probably use
What does
your,
SSL stand for?
um,
That.
I think it's secure sockets layer, I
Oh,
believe
okay.
are the actual words.
Okay.
And basically, yeah,
And is
giving
that
that
the
layer.
HTTP stuff?
The This portion is known as the protocol. So whether
Okay.
it's this version with HTTP or the version with the S, it is the protocol, and that's the
Okay.
portion of the address before the domain or before the subdomain.
Okay.
And then, yeah, once you include that S, it is it's a different. I don't want to say domain, but it is a different address than if it were without the S. So, Maddie, what is your domain again?
It's
Is it VC or spelled out?
it's lwvventuracounty.org.
Okay. Oops, I forgot the E. Okay. So when I'll try and visit HTTPS, all that good stuff,
Yeah, and that'll
lwvventura.org.
work fine, or it should.
Well, this is the one
That's
that
interesting.
we're needing to resolve,
Oh,
right?
that's right.
Yeah,
Without the S is the one that works fine.
right. Yeah.
Right.
So this is and again, I'll show the difference too. So we say the one that is working is without the S because currently the domain does not have an associated SSL certificate. So there isn't anything wrong with the site or the domain itself. Um, the only thing is that most browsers are using HTTPS as the default
Right.
protocol. So most of us, when we're typing in an address, we don't include that part. That's a lot of extra, stuff to type. I never do. I usually, like most folks, just start typing the address in. So unless somebody has already visited, like I have already
Hmm.
visited specifically HTTP, that version of this domain, then my computer says, oh, yeah, I know where you're trying to go. But if it's their first time visiting or their first time in a long time, they may not have a previous version. And simply typing in the domain um, could bring up and likely will bring up that HTTPS version of the address. And then if you're domain does not have that associated SSL certificate, then they'll get that error page, which, most folks don't like to see. Um,
Especially when it's all scary. They're trying to steal your stuff, you know.
right. And if
Danger, danger.
if people
Go
click
back.
through to proceed, I believe that it goes to the MyLO homepage,
No,
or does it
actually,
go to
I
your
think it used
homepage?
to, but what happens now is it goes to a there's nothing here. At least
Okay.
that's been my experience lately.
Yeah, that I would say out of the three possible solutions, that's the worst. If it could land on the MyLO homepage, all right. If it can land on your homepage, that's the perfect situation. But if it's saying nothing here, that probably makes the visitor feel a little bit less at ease, than
Right.
this page is already getting them to feel. So, with all that said, and I will also say that Maddie is currently a network solutions customer, and that was a situation we saw a couple of months ago, sometime earlier last year. They were network solutions customers as well, having the same issue. So I don't know if this is a network solutions kind of specific item. It may be because the typical service for their domains doesn't include SSL service.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
think
sure.
it doesn't.
Okay.
I think you have to pay extra. I
And
mean, they do it for the websites that they host,
right.
but they don't do it for the domains.
Okay, yeah. And so there's always options to, if it's feasible for your league, to transfer to another provider. There's always affordable options like Cloudflare, even their paid tiers are always going to provide the SSL service for free, but you can, fully manage your domain. And likely pay similar, maybe a little bit more, but you will also have a lot more of an easier interface than Network Solutions usually offers. But then the other option, you can remain on Network Solutions, and there's the option of, again, Cloudflare does offer a free tier for SSL certificates to be attached to your domain. Their interface, um, compared to network solutions, is more modern, but it is probably a little bit more robust. There is also a third option. Redirect Pizza is the business name, but they are essentially the same thing. They provide free SSL service, and all you have to do is update or add DNS records to your current provider. And then, well, I think you have to create a redirect pizza account, but as far as like the really nitty-gritty technical stuff, it's just creating I think a couple of DNS records, um, and then waiting the time that it takes to propagate. But yeah, test this out. Definitely worth a shot. All you have to do is type in this address, maybe try it on different devices, maybe different browsers that you haven't used in a while to visit your site, and then make sure you're including that HTTPS. Um, you can also try it too with your subdomain. Most leagues who are operating a domain have the clean version where it's just lwvdomain.org, and then the www version of that.
Yeah, it seems to me that they behave the same.
Okay.
And when I was on the phone or on the chat with Network Solutions, uh, they they typed it in and it worked fine for them. It went straight where it was supposed to go.
Huh.
But the thing is that Network Solutions, we used to be with Dotster, and I think they've been
Hmm.
sold a couple of times.
Okay.
And we ended up on Network Solutions. We also have like some of our email addresses hosted there and stuff like
Oh,
that. So
yes.
so that makes it, like I can't just move everything.
Right. No,
I
that
don't
is a
think.
big plus, the emails.
Yeah.
I forgot about that part. And are they
Yeah.
alias emails too? Do they still
Well,
offer
they
that?
they use the same domain. You know,
Hmm.
the lwvventuracounty.org is the what do you whatever you call the domain of the
Hmm.
email.
But do they give you inboxes or is it like a forwarding
We
address?
we have a number of them. The main one just forwards,
Oh, okay.
but then we have like three different ones that are used by the person who organizes our forums so that they could send from there. Now it's a little
Oh,
obsolete because in the meantime I created a Gmail account for us and everyone's using that. You
hey.
know?
You're on your way. Well, and it's always up to you too, because it's a lift no matter what. If you
Yeah.
transfer, it's not just going to be a quick and easy thing. So yeah, if what's working for you works for you now, um, then keep it going. Redirect pizza shouldn't be a crazy additional thing to add. It may be another, password that you have to keep track of. But once you set it up,
Not such a big deal.
right, you don't have to do any ongoing maintenance of it, which is the good thing.
Yeah, because excuse me, I'd really like to get it fixed because
Yeah.
unfortunately, we have T-shirts that have that alias on there. We've got handouts, we've got brochures, and I just don't want people to look at that and say, "Oh, let me find out more about the League of Women Voters," and have it come up and say, "Danger, danger, danger."
Right, right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can stick around after and we can take care of that. I
Marie,
definitely don't want to go on too long. Yeah.
maybe I misunderstood what was going on, but I just Googled for Ventura County League of Voters, and it came out fine with the
Hmm.
S on it. Did we all?
Yeah, it has, the site has the S.
Hmm.
It's when you type in lwvventuracounty.org on your browser line that it then gets appended. The one with the S gets appended to that, and that does not work.
Yeah,
Now
so if
you,
Okay.
I put the link of it into the chat. If you click directly on that link, that's when the error comes up. So when you Google will help us to get to the right page without the
Oh, okay.
error.
I got it. I got it.
yeah, and
Bad.
and some of you might actually not have a problem because you've been to my site before.
And that too,
Ah,
And
yeah.
once you've been there, then it works fine. But for new people who are reading it off our
Let's see.
T-shirt, it's
Yeah.
gonna look really ominous.
Yeah, and I finally did the proceed. Sorry,
Yeah.
there is nothing there. Yeah, so we'll we'll set you up with a redirect pizza account and see
Okay.
what we can do there. It shouldn't take
Appreciate it.
much at all.
Okay.
it's funny because that's been around so long, but what I remember about the adding the S to it was that if you were buying something,
Yeah.
they'd
Right.
say make sure it has an S on it. But
Mhm.
that was so long ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
And technically that is still the case. If you're not the most sensitive thing that happens on MyLO that gets collected on MyLO is if you have a form and you're collecting, whatever information on that form.
Mm,
Um, but that has just as the internet age has grown, we have just seen that become more of the norm, regardless of what activity is
yeah,
happening on that website.
right.
So yeah, this being a deterrent is not fun because technically you don't have anything sensitive that could be taken, but we get that, this is scary to see.
Yep. Yeah. And I mean, in my communication with network solutions, I was telling him, you shouldn't even, you should just pass it on to the target, but I guess that's not how it works. So that's why I need you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hopefully redirect pizza will come in quickly. But usually those things will take, I think, 24 to 48 hours. But we'll
Yeah.
see
It's
also.
been going on for months, so
Oh
I think we could
no.
probably wait another couple of days.
Now,
We'll
what
make it
is the
happen.
reason you're not going with what was it called? Network Solutions to just add it on? You just didn't want to spend the money, or it would cause other problems?
I think it was complicated more than just the
Really?
cost, right? It was having to
Yeah,
host. with them
Right.
or something?
They only give you the yeah, if you host your website with them, then you can get a certificate, but they don't do that for the domains. The domains they say, oh, they just send it through and your target, your host has to figure it out. So that's what
I
we're
don't
trying
know
to
because
do.
I know we pay extra, I'm sure, for something with our. I don't know.
Yeah, I
I don't.
mean we are paying for our domain.
Yeah.
Um and it's yeah, well, maybe I should check into that. I Seems to me I've had this conversation with them before, and that's not an option for just the
Well, and
domain.
then Marie said other people, other customers, Milo customers had an issue with that same company apparently a
Yeah,
while.
Mhm.
one other MyLO customer had a similar issue. So yeah, that's why I say like you can possibly consider transferring to another provider if they're, comparable as far as the price that you're paying and the services that you're getting plus that SSL on top of it. But yeah, it is going to be some work in that transferring mode and making sure, like you said, you had email. If you were trying to set that up going forward, it would require some DNS configuration as
Oh,
well.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
and and I did have the conversations with them, and I was thinking if an option was to just, pay another $5 a month or something to
mhm.
get the certificate or the whatever it's called, uh, they would have told me that, but
yeah, of course.
they didn't tell me that.
Right. Yeah.
Hmm.
It could all be part of their model of keeping things affordable because I know that they are a pretty good price for the services that they provide,
Mm.
as far as, if you just need domain services.
Yeah, this seems kind of basic, though. I mean, it
Right.
seems like we're probably not the only person in this situation,
Yeah.
in
I
terms
think
of domain hosts, name hosts.
and maybe and even our situation as MyLO customers is a bit unique as well. Having the domain essentially be a just a vanity URL and gets you to the destination, and the destination is different from that domain the entire time. I think that is not super common. Um, and so maybe Network Solutions had not worked that into their basic model. But yeah, it it is Network Solutions is one of those domain providers um, that I would remember working with because they don't have like the simple forwarding option. Like in GoDaddy, you could just click a checkbox and say, I want to set up the forwarding, and then put the address of your MyLO website in there and then say submit. And it's really easy. But with Network Solutions, you only have the DNS records to work with.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think again that just speaks to like they are more affordable, more simple, straightforward um, interface. As far as simple, straightforward for like machine readiness, not simple and straightforward for the user as much.
They don't have as many options or
Right,
bells and whistles.
right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, they get straight to it, which is great. So yeah, there's a lot of different ways you can take it, but the cheapest and easiest way we can do it now is with redirect pizza. So yeah, I
Yep.
think it's worth a shot.
I just, if it works, that's good enough for me.
Right. And then if anything needs to change after that, that can come whenever it needs to, not
Right.
not pressing after that.
Right. I do have, just one more quick question.
Yeah.
Like on the national site, I changed our URL. They had, without the, what did you call it? The
The
prefix,
protocol. Hmm.
the protocol. Yeah. And so I added the HTTP colon, without the S. And so that works now.
Oh,
But
okay. It looks like
I'm
they're
just,
using their
I'm
MyLO
concerned
protocol.
that
Oh,
maybe every place where I've done that, I need to go change it after we do whatever,
oh
we
my
do
gosh.
now.
No, 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 no. You
No,
won't have
it
to.
still would work. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the good thing. So once we make sure that redirect that your domain's DNS settings are pointing to redirect pizza, all four of the different versions of your
Ah,
domain will
okay.
work. So,
Which seems like it should always be the case, but
right.
yeah, yeah, because that's one of the times when I first tried to get this all fixed was when I clicked on this link that you have up now, it did the danger thing, So
Mm,
then I went in and changed the link to have, the other thing, the other protocol. But I can't do that everywhere.
right. Yeah, no, that is,
That would be a little intrusive to all our members.
and then that's
Oh,
just
over your,
hard to put on you too, to have to
yeah,
be tasked with almost trying to change everywhere on the internet. You see that posted.
right, exactly.
Um, but yeah, if if you wherever you put your MyLO address, that will always, regardless, work if you use the HTTP or HTTPS. But when we're talking about your domain, yeah, if you're getting an error with the HTTPS version, whether it's with the www or not, um, then maybe redirect pizza will be the solution. But once that's in place, then yeah, whether there's an HTTP or with an S or the www, they will all get to the MyLO, your MyLO
Okay.
site homepage.
Well, that's my goal.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, let's talk a little bit about meta tags and summary fields. I'm going to jump back to a demo site so that I'm not messing with anybody's page. Okay, yeah, let's just go to about. So the meta tags are at the very bottom of every page, event, article, basically every single content item that we offer in MyLO. So down here are the meta tags, and here under basic tags, the top two are the ones I want to talk about. So page title, the standard pieces of each of these within the page title. The first part is a token that represents the node title, and a node is like machine speak for page or event. Just basically a content item is also known as a node. So node title means whatever the title of this page is, that's what's getting filled in. So right now I'm on the about page. That's what first starts that page title meta tag. And then there's a vertical bar and then site name. That's always going to be MyLO. So this is the standard building blocks for that page title meta tag. We would see this page title meta tag in search engine results. So it would be like the top line. We also see it here. If you can see, my tab is, well, right now it says edit page. But if I go to the public side of this, sorry, I'm going to scroll
Mhm.
back up.
Okay.
Let's go back. And if you look at this tab, once it loads, there we go. It says about, and then that vertical bar, MyLO. So
Mhm.
the page title meta tag controls a couple of things, but obviously the tab name is the most, prominent and obvious and immediate as far as making that page title change. And then the description, typically, it's one of those pieces on your page that could be displayed as the description meta tag in search engines. And we use the word may because, nowadays there's so many different factors. And with the use of AI and search engines, some other information on the page may be picked up over what is being, explicitly put in the description. So by default, the description is being taken from the summary section. So again, node summary is that token. So it's talking about the summary of this specific node that we are on, this specific page. So that summary right now, I have it specified, and it's kind of hard to see what I have because the summary is HTML only, um, or plain text if you want to just put text directly with no formatting. But right now I am trying to force the summary uh, to be picked up as, text. I have group members, instead of starting with the top of the body section. We know that the MyLO system, if there's no explicit summary here, so if we had this empty, the MyLO system says, okay, I need to start taking the summary from here, the beginning of this body section. So we can get around that by, adding whatever we'd like to that summary section first. Um, Let me also, so this was what I had previously in the summary section. What I like to do to get my summary section ready, say I want to add really formatted text. I want bold here, I want headings, styles, maybe I want to add an image. All of that can be done, and I usually do it through a WYSIWYG box. So I added my box here under the body with embed code. We go to the WYSIWYG side and we just start adding my text. Um, it's much easier to obviously format and make your changes in the WYSIWYG side. Um, I'll even add an image. Not the greatest summary if I'm adding, a bunch of different lines of text and then an image on top of that. But just for the example to show you, as long as you make all your changes in WYSIWYG, then we change the text editor to full HTML, we change it back to full HTML, then this gives us the chance to copy all of that. And then we can plug that into the summary. So I always recommend that as my, not even a cheat way. It's your easy way of getting HTML into there, and you don't have to know a lick of HTML tags. You don't have to, be an expert in any of that because the WYSIWYG, you set it up yourself in the WYSIWYG, and then as soon as you convert it to full HTML, all of that formatting will get translated.
And when you talk about formatting, you're talking about maybe like a URL or
Hmm.
italics, something like that.
All of that counts.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, so you would do all that first. Say, oh, I want to have, an image linked, or I wanted to have, all this bit of text italicized. Make sure you set all that up in the WYSIWYG first. I mean, you can always come back in and change it back. Like if you had it in full HTML and you were changing it back, the only thing is you cannot, hide a paragraph box. So once you have it, maybe you will have to remove it if you're working on the same page. Um, but yeah, so I already pasted it in, right? Yeah, so we have my formatted text there. When it comes to like my example, I have text. This example is not the greatest again because the text that I have is not really relevant to the page. The page itself is kind of gibberish anyway. Um, but then I also have an image shoved in there. So this summary will likely not be the exact summary that we'd see on search engine results, just because search engine results are getting smarter and smarter nowadays. So they probably would see my summary and they'd probably be able to pick something better from the actual page itself. So that's why in the meta tag section down below, it says that, search engines may use this as just as the description. just because it isn't a guarantee anymore that this specific meta tag is being looked at for that explicit reason. So those two are the, you know, basic, most used of the basic meta tags. The advanced tags you probably won't use often, but I just wanted to point it out because I believe that it is something the National League uses for their league management site, and then we at the California League have tried to start using it for our members only. So there are a couple of options. Well, by default, let's talk about what's default. Um, the default for these tags or these bot tags is to index and follow, meaning that search engines will index them. They will keep a cache of your page, and then they will also follow the links within the page. Those two are assumed. When it comes to like the league management site for national and then our members only for California, we do not password protect those pages. It would be so hard to try and manage that. And I know that some of your local leagues probably feel that way too. And so having the option to not index the page prevents the pages from showing up in search engines, but it doesn't prevent them from being, either directly uh, reachable by their URL or they reach it through your website. Um, so I just wanted to point that out in case folks, maybe you want to use a members only section of your MyLO site, but you don't want to have to deal with the housekeeping of, oh my gosh, I have to reset your password, or you don't know how to sign in, whatever the case may be. This may be an option. I would say if it's, really sensitive information, this is probably not the best option for that. But a lot of the stuff that even just thinking of like what the National League's league management offer or website offers, it's a lot of like social media stuff, a lot of kind of governance type stuff. So if your league is having a members only or kind of archive of stuff that you want your members to have access to without a login or that the content doesn't need that, um, you can consider changing that or those pages to no index
Yeah, so just to confirm, these options are on every page and
on
we can
every
set
page
them per page.
per page.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. When it comes to these meta tags, like the advanced tags, I would stay away from if we're talking about your home page. Um, because that can translate to other pages. Um, you can definitely change the basic tags on your home page. But yeah, all of these meta tags are available on every single page, event, whatever it may be. I guess any questions? Let me go ahead and change actually the page title so we can see what that looks like. And you can change the page title completely. You can um, make it so that you're not using any of these tokens anymore. But say the page title changes, the token changes with it. So that's the good thing about the tokens being there instead of you typing in the word statically. But definitely, if you're trying to have it say something uh, completely customized, you totally can.
So, Amaris,
Mhm.
the tokens, are those, can we find out what those all are? I mean, where would we find those?
Yeah, so there's a couple of ways. The most immediate way is here. There's
Ah,
always
okay,
anytime that there's
right there.
tokens. But then I will say it is a long, long, long list. So
Mhm.
sometimes we'll see it often will freeze my browser tab or the window entirely because it takes a while to load. So it may seem like it's broken something, But usually you just have to wait a little bit longer for it to come up. The other thing too, though, I do have, let me see if I can quickly find it here, because I know there is a Google Doc somewhere. Maybe I put it on the documentation. Yes. I do have what are tokens, and then that button view the tokens MyLO offers, I believe, is that Google Doc. Yes. Yeah, so this list I think is a bit condensed. No, it is not. It is the complete list. So this again may be a thing that takes a while for your computer to load, but it should hopefully be less of a strain than if you load the page or if you load the tokens from MyLO. But either way, you can check out the tokens anywhere that you see a token. You should see this link either above or somewhere below. But if you Google, like I just Googled tokens on MyLO, and then what are tokens came up for me.
Great. Thanks.
Yeah.
So should at the minimum we have page title in the metadata?
Yeah, that it should be filled in automatically as far as like the tokens that are already there. If they are not, then yeah, I would suggest having something in the page title.
So I think I spaced out when you first looked at that. So node semicolon title is
Hmm.
taking the title.
Yes, the page's
Okay.
title. Hmm.
And then site colon name is taking the domain name or yeah.
It's
Okay.
going to be MyLO. Hmm.
Right.
Hmm.
Okay. Got it. So it is there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It may look like nothing's there because it's literally just, those two words in brackets, but that is representing whatever you have higher up on the page.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and publish. I just made a simple change to the second part of my page title. Instead of it being site name with it representing MyLO, I put LWV demo site. So we should see it. Yep, we see it immediately here. Um, and then when it comes to search engine results, those are not going to be immediate just because of the indexing, and it keeps cache of cached versions that may be a little bit older. Um, but you may see those reflected a couple of weeks after you've made those changes. But again, the description, especially, may not be the exact description that you would see in search engine results after that time. Um, but it's one of your tools that can possibly influence that meta tag when it comes to the search engine results pages. Any questions?
Well, of course, I have a dumb one. So I went on to an event I just did the other day,
Mhm.
and I wanted to make sure that this man's name was showing up somewhere so people could Google it.
Mhm.
Um, but when I went on, I don't see anything like you had when you were on yours.
Let me go back over to your site.
And I maybe I don't know.
Can I get to it from the slideshow item?
Yeah, no, I didn't do that.
Okay.
It's an event
Oh,
also.
okay.
It's his memorial thing.
Okay. Oh, this one here?
No, keep going. It's just a little bit.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
there you go. Yeah.
Okay.
So, um, well, I was going to do the draft.
Oh, I see the boxes.
Oh,
Yeah, let's.
well, I think that's when I copy and paste stuff, I think.
Okay. And then I
That's
do
what
see
that is.
tables. Yeah, it probably is just a couple just
Yeah,
lingering.
but yeah, hopefully people don't notice that. No, but so I assumed I was supposed to go into draft
Sorry.
to
Yes.
look at it.
Let me switch back.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
So, I'm going down trying to find these things that you were showing us.
Okay, let me go down to the bottom.
Yeah, so I guess I thought, oh, did you just click something?
I clicked on meta tags just to open up this section.
Oh, so that's why I didn't see anything because I hadn't clicked it.
I see. Yeah, because by default, the publishing options is open. You'll have to click on meta tags
Oh, I'm sorry.
to open
Okay,
up.
so then well, I'm a little still confused. I thought that it would fill. How do I have to put the title in?
No. So this is going to be filled in. This part comes from the
But
page
why
title.
don't I see it now?
Because it's called a token, it's always just going to be that token, but the moment that we
Oh, okay.
save, then the system fills in that blank.
Okay. So even though, oh, okay, see, that's what I was saying. How do I know that this man's name is showing up? So in the description, that's where it's going to show up. But
And
I
in the page title, because the node
in the
title
page.
right now, I think you have it
Yeah.
celebration. Yeah, you have his name in
Yeah.
there as well. So
Okay,
it'll
but
show
I
up.
don't have to do anything extra.
No,
There's not a free page where I just type in stuff. I don't have to as long as it's
gotcha. Yeah, no, not you don't have to do that. And you've already
okay.
put it here in that title and it fills in both of those for you.
And then it also takes it from oh, the summary, the
And
summary.
this is a summary.
Okay,
Maybe you do you
but
want me
not
to
the body.
repeat the
Okay.
title in the summary just so that it has his name again in the summary?
Well, don't worry about it now, but I mean,
Okay.
so
Because that could be the other place. If you wanted it to show up there
okay.
as well, it would be separate from the
So
page
those
title.
are the only two places where you can that are going to show up in the Googling.
No, it is possible that they could consider the summary as the description for search engine results, but there's no guarantee.
No, but I
Um,
mean, are they going to get anything out of the body of the?
Possibly.
Okay, possibly.
Yeah, they look at the entire page's content to try and piece together what would be the, relevant keywords. Um, Being that his name is not just in the title, but in the body of the content as well, I'm pretty sure search engines will recognize and put those together without needing it in the summary as well, if you were
Well,
feeling that way.
okay, so would if somebody typed in Ford Performing Arts Center, is this going to show up? I
It
doubt.
possibly, yeah. It may
Huh.
not be high up in the results, but again, it being part of your page's text
Huh.
is that connection to it showing up in search engine results pages.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
So I just did a Google search on, I don't know if this is what people that would know him or members of the league, but I just did a Google search on his name and put added LWV Dearborn, and your event pops right up.
Oh, good.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, the more like obviously with that LWVDDH narrows it down a lot. Um, but even
Yeah.
just having his name because it appears more than once in your content, then that is going to really help this come up in search engine results higher than maybe if it were just in the title and that's it.
Okay, so and I know that on that when you're drafting, there's also some place where you can put an issue, like if you were doing something on, I don't know, reproductive rights or something.
Hmm.
You can add that to it, but that doesn't have anything to do with Googling. I think you said that had something to do with, I know that if you see an event somebody's doing, and then you might want to see who else is doing an event on
Hmm.
that topic, you can
Yes.
look at, yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's more about connecting your content to other content on MyLO.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Any other questions? Let me see if I have my demo site. Is my about page on here? Oh, there we go. So there goes my crazy little summary we were working on earlier. And
It's cute.
that is different than what the body has. So yeah, I I never try, and even though I know myself a little bit of HTML, I'm never going to sit there and try and build my summary by scratch. It's so much easier to just throw it into a WYSIWYG paragraph box, get it all situated, and then switch to full HTML. Um,
I
any
don't
other?
usually bother doing that because I figure anything that I've got in the summary, I've got in the the actual text of the whole thing.
Right.
And if I want to put a link there, if people want to see it, they're gonna look for more information. So I don't worry about it too much.
Yeah, definitely is not a necessary thing at all. And yeah, especially if the beginning of your page is like straight to the text, then it's going to come up perfectly. We usually see the summary get used a lot when like you start off the page with like an image in the body. Those don't usually come up perfectly if we just let the MyLO system pull it from the body. Um, and then even here too, like my example would probably not be great in the summary because I think, yeah, my links are to go down the page. So yeah, it's not a necessary thing, but if you are if your page is set up maybe a little bit differently, the summary might come in handy.
Well, I use it all the time, and what I especially use it for is for events, and I want people to know a little more about it. But I'm not going to repeat the title or
Right.
venue and all that stuff. I want to know what the meeting is about, something like that.
Yeah, I
So
like
that's
that.
how I use it because
Yeah.
they're right there on the front page.
But
Yeah.
yeah, you should not have to, repeat anything, especially with events because you see a
Well, let's kill
snapshot
it.
of the details too.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions or
Well,
comments
if we're
on
not
this?
doing, I'm just going to mention
Yeah.
that I don't know if everybody, I don't know how I got it. Uh, the communication, the National has 5 mail groups. I don't know what you call them, some kind of Google mail, email groups. So there's one for communication. And anybody who's listed as a website, and I'm probably talking to the choir, but if you're listed as a webmaster, you should have received the invitation to join that email group. So did everybody get that yesterday?
Yes,
Uh,
Yes.
Okay, good.
I
yeah,
did.
I
Yeah.
didn't see it, but I'll check.
I also
No, I
forwarded
don't think,
to, I also asked Nora to send me all the groups that they're creating
Oh,
and
nice.
and what roles get populated in those groups. So I could send it out to my board because we don't necessarily align all of our leadership roles the same way the US has. So
Yeah. Mike, when you get that, could you send that to me as well, please? And I can, at least for the ones relevant to MyLO, sounds like it will probably be just the communications one. I can put that in
I
the
can
Google
do
group.
it as we speak.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. Yeah, I'll post that in the Google group. Um, I'm sure that National won't mind a couple extra requests to join that group.
It's going to have a little bit else on it too, because it's a long stream, but just ignore the other parts.
Okay.
And I'm not sure, I'm assuming that I signed up correctly for communications. The membership, I'm already getting stuff. And so that's reassuring. But I've not seen anything from communications. And my other question related would be, I wonder if they're going to continue having that new media Facebook thing. I don't know.
Is
I
that
got the communications and the membership, so I know they're having those two.
Yeah. I mean, did you get an email though? I mean, have you seen any traffic in in the communication one? That's what I meant.
No, no, I
Okay.
logged on and it's empty. So
Okay. You logged
so,
on.
so can I ask a really dumb question?
sure.
Can I can't sign myself up. My the administrator of the league, whoever's on the, like the treasurer, whoever has to put me in as webmaster. I'm not getting nothing, and I'm not listed as webmaster. Is that how?
That's why.
Talk to your membership person because they're the ones most, well,
Okay.
I'm wrong. Am I wrong? They can go on the portal and add you?
Yeah, or yeah, if even if you have somebody that's not the membership person that has admin access to
well,
your
but
league's
I
portal.
just, yeah,
Yeah, because
But
assuming
yeah.
they,
I
yeah.
did ask once, and I don't know if she didn't know how to do it or what. Anyway, I'm going to go jump on some desks. Thank
Well, there's
you.
some of the roles that they can only supposedly do once, but and there's other ones that are kind of like elected and stuff that you're not supposed to. Like for my case, if I want to have some information on the treasurer, I've got to mark one of my roles as treasurer, even though
Right.
I'm not.
Yeah.
So from the US, it looks like we have like 3 treasurers or whatever. So
Yeah,
that's
I know
kind of
that,
kludgy.
I know that
They really
happens
don't
with,
have a cat or except the fact that there's usually at least one person at each chapter that needs access to everything because they sort of the glue to hold it all together.
right.
And I'm trying to get that concept understanding to Nora, but so far to no avail. Because as you know, some of us we answer questions for treasurers and everybody else just because.
Mhm.
I had somebody call me last night. They were trying to get into just a plain old Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
So I helped her through it, but I felt kind of good that I could do that because it's so simple.
Well, the simple things we set up generic email addresses for each role, leadership role. Well, then I started saying, well, why don't we have standard signatures in Gmail for everybody? You just and have the league's image and your role and et cetera, et cetera. So then you have to show everybody how to do that too, because not everybody's that familiar with setting up signatures in Gmail or whatever mail system you use. So yeah, you're right, Mary Jo. You just end up answering a lot of questions just cause.
Well, I like the easy ones.
Yeah, so if not, I'm always calling you.
That's what we're here for. And
Amherst.
I was gonna say, Helen, if that person who needs to add you to the portal, give them my number, give them my email. I can try and help them if they need, like a walkthrough over Zoom. We can always do that.
Okay, well, hopefully they should be able to do it, but I'm
Yeah.
beginning to wonder lately. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, that's why we're on that. That's why one of the questions I had another webmaster from another chapter call me and he's just brand new and want to know how MyLO works. So I says, well, for one thing, they answer the phone right away.
I
Well,
had
they think I may be changing to a different platform. I said, why?
I
Who did you
talked to
talk to?
someone that was asking about MyLO too, and I said, well, they have really good support. So
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Right.
thank you guys.
yeah.
Sure.
For instance, I had one to put up an election counter, which I think maybe some of you might see, or
Oh, yes.
down. That was what it called, countdown clock. That's what it's called.
Hmm.
So, and Amherst taught me, within 24 hours, I had it up and running. Thanks to you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Did you put the steps out there for that? I can't remember.
I did not, but I think we have an
For those who
old
care.
video.
I think you made a video of it, didn't you?
I think there was an old video.
Okay,
Countdown timer
I'll find it.
MyLO. Yeah, and if you don't, let me know because I know I came across it. It might be in that documentation actually.
I can go
Or I
back and
mean
look and
that
send it to
that
you.
thread, yeah. I'm gonna take a look here, see if it'll.
And so, Mike, I remember seeing your question about that, but I can't remember, what are you in the countdown for?
The
Is it
elections, the midterms.
the election?
Yeah.
Okay. And to the
Uh,
actual election date or to like early voting registration or just
you can make
election
as many as you want. But I just picked the election date, the November
date?
3rd, I believe it is.
Oh,
Just sort of as a fun
general
thing.
election.
I'm guessing
Yeah.
you did it sort of as a fun thing to make it more attractive and interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now I've already put out, now Michigan's already, as you know, Mary Jo, published their booklet of all the critical dates for all the elections and when you have to sign up and when you early voting, early voting et cetera, and when the candidates have to apply. Which I got links on my website to do that, but I thought that was overly complicated after I looked at it a while. So now I just have it real simple. These are the dates you have to register to vote online
Oh my.
or by mail. And after that, you got to do it in person. So I'm trying to beat the drum to register to vote as early as possible.
Well, I don't know what I guess I don't know what you're talking about on the league's thing. So is it under member stuff or under voter or where is it?
I got it on the front page if you just go onto my
On the front
site.
page? Okay, thanks.
Yeah. And if you can't find it, well, if you can't find it, then I'm doing something wrong.
No, I mean
That's the whole point, right?
the front page of the league's website.
No, mine.
Oh,
The
no,
League
I
of Women
want
Voters.
I want the one on the Michigan League.
Oh, that's I don't have that one. I do. I
Oh,
have
I thought you
the
said
state.
I thought you said, as you know, Mary Jo, the league puts out a pamphlet that had all these dates on it. I heard you.
They haven't yet. I'm talking about the state of Michigan, the one out of the Secretary of State's office.
Oh, I apologize.
That one, not the one for the Vote 411 calendar that's coming out.
Okay, so somewhere on the SOS page, there's something with the dates.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, thanks.
So Mike, which one is your website?
League of Women Voters. Was it BCC.org?
BCC?
Yeah.
And then Helen, I put into the chat, the YouTube link is to an old office hours where we were actually talking about a different countdown tool, but the steps are the same. And then the link after is the tool that I recommended to Mike, tickcounter.com.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So
But you're right, it's a fun thing to keep everybody focused.
in my county, we have 2 elections at the same time in the primary.
Oh,
Because
that's
we
gonna
have
be
to
some fun.
we have to fill a deceased rep's seat, and then it's very complicated. And then there's another special election in August, so I'm going election crazy.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, it sounds like you might put that countdown to some good use this whole year.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And don't forget you have 2 ballots.
Right.
And then we have the 2 primaries, one for the Democrats, one for Republicans, and then you've got some positions that are voted by the party and not by the primary. So yeah, it's complicated.
Well, that is right. All right.
Wouldn't want to make it simple. Oh, no.
No.
But when I feel really bad about, in self-pity for myself, then I remember I'm not an elections clerk, which is which would be worse.
You found the silver lining.
Yes. Somebody has it worse than I do.
All right, folks. Well, 2 weeks from now will be the 19th. We will see each other on the 19th. But yeah, we'll see each other in the Google group before then. I will get this recording up as soon as I can. And then, Maddie, let's stick around.
Oh, and thank you for your help last week on those other items.
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
Thanks everybody.
See you all.